everybody, welcome to Wild Honey Home. We're all about earthy lifestyle, intentional living, wellness, motherhood, faith, and creating things with love. I've always believed that making things with your hands is such a nice little detail to not only to do but also to give. And I believe that when you create things for thinking about somebody, that intention and that special detail can take you so far along in a friendship or even deepen connections with a familiar. So today I'm in my kitchen, I'm in the process of cooking many things, and now I'm just gonna do some really quick and simple things that you can do in order to give in Mother's Day. I'm going to be doing some things for my friends that are mothers, and I just thought that I would take you along with me in order to create these things so you can also try them out for fellow mothers, sisters, and friends that you might have. Not only is it intentional to do something with your hands, but it's also like much more budget friendly than being like buying so many things, and to not give so much into overconsumption. Usually, yes, mothers, we need certain things. However, it's also very nice to create things that help us in our self-care, in order to unwind during the nights. So we're going to be using the benefits of aromatherapy and just healing tools that God gave us for us in order to try. So this is pretty easy and simple. I have 3 kids, so let's see how this goes. It can be a little bit more tedious. Nevertheless, gather your aprons because you might get dirty. Gather your tools. The main ingredient, you can pick this up in Fresh Mart, a store where they sell soaps and stuff like this. Also, Walmart. Have 2 of them. One is Walmart, one is, I'm not sure how you say it in English, but that you can do these things. And some infusions that I've already made, but don't worry if you don't have any oil infusions, I will show you how to do them. These are things that are mostly in my house already, but if they're not with you, I think at around $30–35 would be the total for all of these ingredients. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help me a lot. And let's get to the recipes. So today we're going to be doing 3 recipes. Number 1 will be a lotion, like it can be a hand lotion or body lotion. Number 2 is going to be a scrub, for like a body scrub to use in the shower. And then number 3, it will be a lip scrub, a sugar lip scrub. Oh, I'm missing the sugar here, but we're going to be using sugar. If you have essential oils, then you can go ahead and pick essential oils, but any infused oil will be good. And then we're also going to be using fractioned coconut oil. All of the ingredients that I'm going to be using is castile soap, beeswax, shea butter, lemongrass infused oil. Measurements. It is important to note that the things that you use for your cooking should not be used with these things as well, because there can be like cross-contamination. We have some flour molds, and then we have just a silicone mold. We have Epsom salt, and that is fragrance free. And then we have Dead Sea salt or kosher sea salt. We're also going to be using a double boiler, and if you don't have one, just get a pot and get like a crystal bowl that can take up the heat and just put it on top, or you can put like a trail on top. It will work just as equal. Our first recipe will be some silicone molds. So I have some floral ones because they're just cute, and then I have this one. So whether what you have, you can work with. And we're going to be needing a 1/4 measure, coconut oil, shea butter, your infused oil, any oil of choice, essential oils if you have, some beeswax. I'm going to be sharing so much about essential oils here, but for almost every recipe you will be needing around 30 to 40 drops of each. For some blend ideas, you can check the description down below. My water is boiling right now and I'm just gonna lower it a little bit. I'm going to start with the shea butter. This is the beeswax. Now we're gonna come in with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And this is the part that you will add your essential oils. If you have a silicone spatula, that would be better. I'm just moving them with a spoon and making sure to not hit it all together. For our next recipe, we're going to be using a stainless steel bowl, and this is kind of hot in here, but I'm just gonna do it over here. And we're just gonna need some Dr. Teal's and some sea salt, and we're just gonna basically put it all together. You have the option, if you want a little bit more of a fine salt, then you have the option to. The audio cut up right here, but what I was saying was that you can take an electric hand mixer and use it if you want a more fine salt. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits of using salts in the body. This one is called a relaxing scrub, and it is for a reason, and it is because when you're using magnesium salt, it helps not only to be as a base for the other ingredients, but also it helps penetrate the skin more better. Something that I love it is because of how much it can help to relieve muscle pains or any type of body ache. And when we use a sea salt, we're helping the skin to get rid of any dead cells, and also to help the body to help eliminate any toxins that might be in store. Then I'm going to be adding the essential oils, and we're eyeballing basically all of this because everybody loves scrubs very different. Some people like very oily scrubs, some people like them a little bit more dry. I am kind of like in the in-between side, and we're going to be adding our drops here after or oil of choice. You can just use coconut oil, and the importance is to not use it melted, but it cannot be cold, so it needs to be at room temperature. Then add your essential oils. If you're not using an infused oil, then you should be using probably for this amount, which is 6 pounds of magnesium salt, and I think it's a pound of the sea salt. You should be using around 30 to 40 drops if it's pure. If it's an infused, that is up to your liking and depending on what infusion you made. So for this, I don't suggest using any dry flowers with this because the mixture that we're doing is just gonna get soggy and it's not gonna look pretty. This is more of a cleaner blend. Then I'm going to finish with Castile soap, and again this is eyeballing. It should be measuring around 1/4 Then just mix them all well. Now we're gonna do something really fun, and it is a lip sugar scrub, and I used around 2 tablespoons. If you have a smaller jar, this would be much better, but I could not find them, and this is the only containers that I had, so I would suggest to end up using like 3 spoons in total for this amount. If you have less, then much better. I used around 1 or 2 drops of essential oils. I used, as you can see, coconut oil, and this is the one that is fractioned. This is really important. I then ended up adding a little bit more of honey, and this is more of those healing and moisturizing properties. I absolutely love honey for skincare, and I just ended up doing that. And as you can see, it's like half of the sugar dry and half it's more wet. So now you're gonna blend it in all together. And as I mentioned, I ended up adding a little bit more in the end. So just make sure that it's kind of like, it's not too oily, but it's also not too dry. So because this one is a much bigger container, then it's a little bit more harder. Like, you need to use a little bit more of everything. At the end, just pat it all together to make it flat, and there you go. It's pretty simple. So we're gonna get into packaging. Most of these things are oil-based, and yes, my daughter is eating in the background. I suggest to try to not mix it together, but this is mom life right here. So I just took everything out of the molds, and for these lotion bars, the ones that are tiny, you can see on the bag that it's right there. I just basically store them in those bags, and then for the bigger ones, I basically used plastic wrap, and I did not have any, so I was just literally recycling plastic that I had around my house. I just basically tied it with with knitting knots. You can add a charm to it, you can add flower petals to it, you can get really creative with this. You can use glass containers for this, and it's actually much better because since this is going to be in the shower, it can last longer, but these bags are actually really good. They have like a plastic filling inside. They hold up pretty nicely. I just basically use some stickers to label them. I put love scrub. Make sure to get creative if you want, but I just want people to know that it is a scrub. And when you're using these bags, it's really important to open them up really wide, so when you're putting your product inside, it get oily on the outside, and then it looks kind of like not nice. Then after you put your stickers right in the middle, I took a hair strainer and I just put it on the top, and that makes sure that it seals the bag. Then I just put everything on the bags that I'm going to be using. So I had those like brown bags, and then I had some gift bags that were given to me, and I was just recycling them because for those people I'm just going to be adding more details. Consistency for the sugar scrub, I also put a sticker on it so people can know what it is for. Thank you so much for tuning in into this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like more recipes like this, let me know down below because I have a few more that I can share. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!